Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to my channel. This is Tommy the Tarot Reader, and this is Tommy's Tarot Time. I am doing a reading for Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising, and I just got some new decks, so I'm really happy to be using them for these readings. And this reading starts from today and into August. Okay, let's see what's going on with you, Cancer. The first deck I'm using is, I'm only going to pick one card from this deck. It's the Energy Oracle cards. So let's see what energy is, or what energy is needed for you right now. What's going on with Cancer? Second chakra, Archangel Ariel. Interesting. Cancer. It's a number 36, which is the number 9, which tells me that you're kind of wrapping up something here. Wrapping things up privately. That there are some things that you are needing to let go with that 36, but doing it in solitude and privacy. The second chakra vibrates in the energy of the beautiful Archangel Ariel, sending a bright orange energy, promoting inspired creativity and great comfort with intimacy. It's urging you to get creative and let yourself reach out into unexplored areas of self-expression and new projects that may have a more creative approach. This is a time when the energies of closeness with others and nurturing yourself can flow more freely. You can now open yourself to the emotional intimacy coming your way. So nurture yourself and be ready to receive the affection and camaraderie of the resonant souls around you. Cancer. This is such a beautiful card for you. If you have been feeling left out emotionally, or if you've been, feeling neglected, right now and into the next month, you will feel that there is so much love around you when you don't even have to open yourself up to it. It's going to surround you. And I think you will be surprised at how emotionally important you are to people. That, people love you. And I feel in some way, Cancer, that you tend to shut yourself out from others because just a little bit of something negative from someone, and you can completely take that and make it something really big. And so what happens is you're holding on to so much hurt that you've taken that and possibly found a way to express it through your creativity. Some people have created songs and art that show a lot of pain and hurt. And that's what I think you're doing. You're finding a way to express that. But what's happened also is that this coming month, you're going to actually see that people do care about you and love you. And that you don't have to hide inside that crab shell and you're waiting for someone else to hurt you. You don't have to do that anymore. You can start to let go of the shield, the shell, the fortress, so that people cannot get to you. You'll start to feel emotionally stronger. Because the second chakra to me is the reproductive organs and the safety and security. So another interpretation of this card to me says that you will start to build safety and security within yourself, so you don't have to look for it in others. So you're not going to get disappointed by people constantly. But you're coming from a place of hurt. So if you know, when you start to do things for yourself and you start to build hope and love and positivity in your life, someone else is not going to have to give that to you because you already have it in you. And when you can do that for yourself, a lot of love will come in, and you will interpret other people's actions towards you with much more compassion, because you are working on compassion for yourself. And also the creativity is very strong in terms of, you know, being in touch with that side of you. Because maybe the crab shell and the fortress and the shield and the armor has created a very hard inside, a very hard internal spirit, you know. It's time to let that go. So, oh wow, I meant to do the Oracle of the Sun. Hold on, let me pull 3 cards on this. Wow. Okay, hold on. That's from the Wild Unknown Tarot. Okay. And let me pull the Oracle of the Sun. I'm going to pull 2 cards for Cancer. What is going on with Cancer? Excitement. That is a lot to do with expression. Number 3. You have repeating numbers here. Oh yeah, you definitely have repeating numbers. Okay. Mars and Sagittarius. Look at that card. Wow. Mars and Sag, domination. Okay. This is a 9. This is a 3. This is a 9. 3 goes into 9 3 times. So 3 and 9 and 6 are repeating numbers here. So these are mystical numbers that has repeated in your reading. And I will clarify these cards. So the idea of expression and breaking free. This is an old building. It's a turret, and the top of it is gone. And he has broken free of whatever is limiting him. And there's all this light and energy coming out of this person's cloak and the back, and the horse is very strong. This person's very strong. This reminds me of the horns of Jericho, and Jericho came crashing down, and that's what you're doing. The expression right now for you, Cancer, there's so much expression, and it's not loud, it's not angry, it's not boisterous. You're going to come to a place where, because of the second chakra, it's going to come to a place where you need to feel safe, and you need to express the safety and security, but what you cannot do is express yourself and make everyone else feel unsafe. But because the numbers here are mystical numbers, 3, 6, and 9, you're going to come from angelic, kind, benevolent place of expression. But there is still the domination card here, which is the number 9 card, which is Mars and Sagittarius. Mars and Sag is also a card of rightfulness, fairness, fighting corruption, injustice. So the number 9 card is whatever has happened in the past that has created any kind of unfairness up to now, you're breaking free from that. However you're doing that, I'm going to clarify these cards. So however you're breaking free from your framework, from your perspective of unfairness, you're going to break free from that. Because it could also be that that is just your perspective, and you're projecting that perspective onto the world, creating this domination, this level of, I am going to correct what is wrong. And you know, there's a lot of finger wagging. That's how I see this card. Which is, you know, that's all entirely in your own little bubble. That's not exactly what's going on out there, but that is a reflection of you feeling insecure and unsafe. So when you have compassion for others, you will be free of this finger wagging, and you will be free of your own limitations, your own emotional, spiritual, and mental limitations. But this next month is a lot of what I'm saying right now. Yeah. Let's look at these three cards. The Moon, the Two of Swords, and the Hierophant, with the second chakra, Archangel Ariel. There's decisions you are making. There's decisions of lightness and darkness. There's decisions of, is someone getting abused? Is someone getting victimized? And is someone being a bully and over-dominating and controlling? Does someone need to come in and straighten it all out? Make sure the people who have done the wrong deeds are punished? You know, that's what the Hierophant is. Coming in and making sure that people get punished for creating this. It's a really very dark energy coming from a place of victimization, of feeling like your security was torn from you, just like what was mine was taken from me. So this is coming up for you in August. It's a lot of that. And so what I'm reading here is how you're feeling, that this is unfair, that I have had to suffer quietly, and it doesn't feel good, and I continue to suffer. I do see that. And I have to right the wrongs, however I need to do that. I'm going to pull a card right now, because there's a lot of not just finger wagging, but just a lot of money. So is money involved here? The righting of the wrongs, is money involved? These two cards are 2 or 11, however, but it's still 2, and it talks about being able to mediate in order to bring harmony and balance. I mean, it's kind of hard to get there based on these cards. These cards show me a lot of ups and downs, but that, you know, it's about who's on top and who's on bottom. This is right now and into August, going into our Leo Virgo season. So if you're a Cancer with Leo or Virgo in your chart, this is going to be pretty emphasized in how you feel, because you feel like you have to correct things. Like you're taking it upon yourself to correct things. That's what this is telling me, especially if this involves money. You know, but it's like, I don't know, are you correcting something from the past that you feel like it's your job now to right what's wrong from the past into the present? So going forward, the perpetrator gets, like, I don't know, punished. It's really, this is pretty heavy. This is not going to create security and safety and stability. This, if you're going in fighting, it's not. Fighting is not the way to do this. Clearly not, because you have the domination card over here. That's why I feel a lot of fighting. You got the moon, you got the 2 of swords. Okay, what's going on with the domination card? Again, the moon. You got the moon twice. What's going on with Cancer? Ace of Cups. Yes, thank God for the Ace of Cups. And Death. In order for you, Cancer, to drop this fight, this inner battle, this battle that's been raging for a long time, it's going to require for you to let go and just let it go. The Death card is saying let it go. Let go of all the hurts. Let go of anyone or anything that has created hurt or harm in you. Let it go. Today's a new day. When are you going to let it go? I don't know. Is something going to come around, tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, you got to let it go? Like the love angel, maybe Archangel Uriel is going to come around when you're asleep and going to tap you on the shoulder and say, let it go. It's fine. There's a lot of love. And you're going to recognize, not that you want to, it's going to be out of your control. You're going to recognize there's a lot of love around you. And you're going to sit at night right when you're sleeping. Before you sleep, you're going to start crying because you realize there is a lot of love around me. People do love me. You know, I don't have to live in hurt. I just keep carrying this hurt with me. You don't have to live in hurt. You don't. The Hierophant is saying you don't have to do anything. You don't have to correct anyone. You don't have to act like you know it all. You don't have to. In order to protect yourself, you don't have to do any of that. Just know that there's a lot of love around you. And don't look for a fight. Don't look for problems. Just don't. Because there's a lot of love around you. Focus on the love and not on your hurt and fighting. That's clearly here. The moon is all the darkness. All the hard stuff that you're in the darkness. Whatever it is that you do under the moon at night, when it's dark, when it's quiet, it's what you do alone, which is this, and which is, oh, in order for me to free myself, I have to look at love and not domination. I need to look at love and not controlling people. As much as I want to control them, I do want to control them, I can't do that. People will live. Let them live. Leave them alone to decide on their own. No matter what, I love you no matter what. You know, I'm not talking about, you know, someone going and doing some insane thing like, you know, of course not. You're not going to love someone that just killed someone. That's not what I'm talking about. I don't know, though. Because the domination card is I will dominate. So if someone's on your side that dominates for you, you're going to love them. And now it's moved on to another, you know, kind of reminds me of Austin Powers, Dr. Evil. You know, as long as you do what Dr. Evil wants, he's laughing and he's great. No, I'm talking about, like, you got to recognize that in order for you to feel secure, you do have to start changing the way you see things. The next card I am going to pull on is excitement. What is this excitement card about? We're back to expression. So this card is about expression. If you have any, whatever, lightness or darkness in you, Cancer, paint it, sing it, share it. But what you don't want to do, is finger wag and tell people how to live their lives. That's not what this reading, that will not be good for you at all. That came out reverse, so I will read it reverse. It's the 5 of Coins. It's upside down. You are starting to give away, you're financially generous. Okay, yes, exactly. Financially generous because you have a lot of money. And so part of your liberation is being generous, but what you need to focus more is being emotionally generous, not financially generous. Okay, Cancer. Yes. That's the 6 of, oh, it's the 4 of Cups. So in some ways, you're holding on to, let's say you're holding on to money, which is the 4 of Cups. You're holding it on. You feel like there's not enough to go around. You're kind of hoarding money, or you're hoarding something, or you're amassing an amazing amount of wealth. And you know you can, because you have a lot of it. But, you know, there is still a level of insecurity in you. So I don't know how you use money to leverage your insecurity. The love here is hidden all the way underneath all this. Love is at the bottom. Like all this stuff. Basically, the love card is here. There's really no other love card in here. So, I mean, the 4 of Cups, that's not love. That's like, I'm not giving my love away because I'm just going to keep getting hurt. Was there a 6 of Cups in here? No. It's a 4 of Cups and 9 of Cups. Yes, I have a lot of love to give and I have a lot of wealth, but I'm going to keep it to myself. So you're not in a generous, I don't know, Cancer. This month in August has you really protecting your heart, imagining that there's not a lot of love around you, but even if people around you were showing you how much they care about you, you're not seeing it. But, you know, that's because you don't feel it for yourself. So the work is really about you feeling the love for yourself and feeling and creating the secure, stable base for yourself and comforting yourself and not seeking others and things and money and shopping to comfort you. I mean, this reading is not for all of you, but the Death card is here. You can make these changes. People do love you, but you don't see that. You feel very alone in all your wealth and all your whatever role you've decided. You know, Pluto is going into Aquarius, so there's this Pluto element in your this Pluto, like, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna turn this world upside down. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna right the wrongs in a very radical, revolutionary, like, you know, very heavy-fisted. That's Pluto, and Pluto is opposite Sun, Cancer, and it's in the 7th house of Cancer rising. So there's gonna be some major duking it out. It's because Pluto is in your 7th house if you're a Cancer rising. It's unpleasant. You've been in duking it out mode for a while. When you have a chance to duke it out, you go for it. Someone looks at you the wrong way, boom, boxing gloves are out. That's Pluto in the 7th house, so look it up. If you're a Cancer rising, look it up. If you're an early Leo rising, Pluto is in your 7th house. Ugh, that's tough. Plus, it's opposite your Sun. That's tough. Look at Pluto in 7th house. Especially if Pluto's retrograde, it's going to be in your 7th house for a while. The 7th house is relationships and how you get along with people. With Pluto there, that's your Mars in Sag. It's domination. Pluto's all about, I'm just going to tear this place up. Domination. Look it up. Pluto 7th house. That's what you have right now. Cancer. So people feel it. They're a bit scared of you. It's heavy. If it's not your domination, it's that you've been hurt, and that's heavy too, and that hurts people. Because it's sort of like, well, who are we getting today? Are we going to get the nice, polite person, or are we going to get the angry, hurt person? So Not an easy reading, I get it. It's also Leo, so you have some planets in your first house, opposite Pluto in the 7th. So you're coming in very heavy-handed with what you think is right, what's good for you. And it isn't what's good for others, because compassion is and understanding is not in your vocabulary right now. Not a great reading, right, Cancer? But that's what the cards are saying. You do need to get more in touch with love, and less about right and wrong, and less about correcting the wrongs, and less about like slapping people at the side of the head because of what they did, and less about how you got gypped out or something. Like you need to focus more on expression and what you can liberate inside of you through safely, you know, liberate it safely. You don't have to go and go V for vendetta on anyone, Cancer. I know, pretty rough read, Cancer. Sorry about that. But you do have the Death card in here. It's in your power to change this. It really is. You do have the Ace of Cups in here, so you can get a lot further with love, and whatever anger and hurt and unfairness in your soul, throw it on a canvas. Play it on a guitar. You know, go and play rugby. Go kick a kicking bag. All right, Cancer, that's what I got for you. And this is Tommy the Tarot Reader, signing out. See you at my next video. Bye, Cancer.